Okay. There you go.
You're right. You're right, Carl.
Okay. Hey man, last topic of the day to wrap up the show, man. I came up with this topic because I thought it was kind of interesting. I thought it was an interesting decision by Anthony Davis and the Dallas Mavericks for AD to come back to end the season. Now, at first, it was rumored that AD was going to be out for the rest of the year after Kyrie messed up his ACL and is out for the year. It's like, well, since Kyrie is out for the rest of the year, there's no point in bringing AD back. But AD say, no, I'm coming back. I'm trying to play. I'm trying to play to close out the season. So, Joe, what do you make of this decision? Do you think this is a smart decision by the Mavs? Do you think this is a smart decision by AD? What do you make of this decision to end their season? Because technically, they're not out of the hunt. Technically, they still can be in the play-in. You know what I mean? So, what you make of it?
I like it. This is a great sign for Anthony Davis. I love it, to tell you the truth, man. Now, obviously, if I'm a Mavericks fan, what you doing? Don't play him. Hey,
yeah,
don't make the playoffs. I get all that. But as a sports fan, you want to see the players play. And I remember Anthony Davis got a lot of criticism for I think it was either last year or 2 years ago I think it was last year. With he wasn't playing back-to-back games, right? And they were killing him. And AD was like, yo, I'm good. They sitting me down. Like they're making a decision not to play me back-to-back games. So I think AD is one of them guys that he wants to play, but because of his injury history, the organizations are being very critical. They're being very conscious of like his history. They don't want to be. They want to be extra careful, which I think makes things worse. Like AJ, you come on now. Like you play outside with injuries, probably. Like it's like I played in this basketball league. I hurt my finger a long time ago. That don't still hurt, and I like still play. You know, so
you still trying to hoop.
Yeah, like these guys get paid to play. You look back then, Kobe, bro. Like Kobe had broken fingers, buddy tape. Tie my fingers together, and we gonna still hoop. We gonna still play. You talked about Kobe Achilles injury. I mean, I'm not saying like, oh my God, he did the right thing by tearing his Achilles by coming back after. They were trying to fight for a playoff spot, and Kobe got hurt, came back in, got hurt, came back in, and then tore his Achilles. But I like the fight. The fight. And you know what that leaves? No regrets. It leaves with no regrets because he came back the next year. He had a terrible shooting year. And then he ended this year with a Kobe tour. And then he said, you know what? I gave everything I had. He could always say, I played when I could play. If I didn't play, it was because you had to carry me off the court, for real. So I like this coming from AD because of his history. He's known for being soft. He's known for being like not playing. The fact that he came in there with an already injured team, he don't really got a point guard. And and AD game is very different with point guards. You look at AD's best years with Tyreek Evans, with Rondo, with LeBron being a pure point guard. When he has a point guard playing with him, a facilitator, and he's playing power forward, he have his best year. But who's the facilitator now? I don't know who the point guard is. It's crazy. So I love it, AD. Great job, man.
Yeah, man. Me personally, bro, I feel like it's multiple different levels to it. AD ain't happy that he got traded. He's not happy that he got traded. He's not happy about the fashion in which he got traded. I heard him the other day come out with a quote like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want Mavs fans to understand I know it was a lot losing Luka, but y'all got me now. And in my mind, I'm like, I feel you, AD, but come on now, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, I feel you, but you know what I'm saying? You ain't Luka, but I feel you. And I respect it because that man helped my Lakers win a championship. He was a big Dana, the driving force in us winning the championship. So I do understand it. But there's that element of it, like, yo, like, I'm upset that they traded me. And I'm even probably more upset that my first game I came out and got hurt. And ever since then, Kyrie got hurt, and we can't make a run that I thought maybe we could make. And maybe the front office thought, if you pair me and Kyrie, we can go on this, we can win now and go on the run. So he upset about that. So I think he's trying to come back not only for himself, but I think it's about Mavs fans. I think he's trying to show Mavs fans, like, look, I'm here. Like, I know Luka not here, but I want to get a fan base hope going into maybe the play-in, maybe playoffs, and going into next season. Like, at least y'all got me out of this deal. We not 100% right now. Kyrie going to come back at some point, and when he come back, Y'all see how I play. We could still do what ownership thought we could do, which is win right now. I think that's what he's trying to prove, not only to himself but to the fan base. And so I like it from that standpoint. The other side of it is this: AD not young. He's not young. He 32 years old. And the way AD plays, the way his injuries pile up, we don't know how much longer AD gonna be AD. Now, he could be AD for the next 3-4 years. He could be AD maybe for the next, I don't know, 7 years. Who knows? But like, I'm sure AD looking at his career at age 32 is also looking like, I don't know how much of the game I got left to give. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to play at a high level. So while I can play, I'll be damned if I sit out, in or out of the play-in, in or out of the playoffs. This is a new team. This is a chance for me to build chemistry with this team, a chance for me to give the fan base hope, a chance for me to get, you know what I'm saying, a chance to get more eyes on us, more eyes on the Dallas Mavericks again, a chance for me to not really get back at the Lakers, but make the Lakers in a roundabout way feel like they made a bad decision by letting me go. Maybe if I come out here and dominate, they'll look like, dang, maybe we shouldn't have let him go. Even though, I mean, with Luka, you're not really going to feel like that. But all in all, like, that's mentally, that's how you going in. That's how AD, I'm sure, is trying to attack it. Like, man, as a ball player, as a competitor, you like, man, I'm one of the best players in the league too. Luka like that, but I'm like that too. And so I respect this decision. I respect the Mavs for not being like, nah, bro, you can't play. Because I think the Mavs ownership too is like, yeah, if you could play, please go out there. Please go out there and play, man. We need some type of distraction because before AD got back, man, oh my gosh, they is getting smoked. I saw a report a while ago that said they might have to forfeit games. They got so many injuries before AD came back. Like, it got bad, real bad. And so I like it for both sides. I like it for the Mavs. I like it for AD. Obviously, you don't wish injury on anybody, but you can't play the game like that at this point. You can't play the game thinking, well, I might go out there and I get hurt. It ain't like a Saquon Barkley situation where y'all going for a championship and you can rest them and maybe he'll be 100% for the playoffs and blah, blah, blah. No, this is like a, man, let's try to get into the playoffs. Let's try to make the play. Let's try to get into the play-in tournament, gives ourselves a chance and maybe push OKC a game, maybe push into 5 games, make it interesting. I think AD could be a matchup nightmare for OKC. Yeah. Now, OKC has smoked them boys, but I think AD can have his way with OKC. You know what I mean? So, and I think that'll be a nice message to the – if they make the playoffs, Joe, and they push OKC to 5 games, and AD is going nuts. Because if you've really been watching – or Houston. Because if you've really been watching the Lakers over the last couple years in the playoffs, especially last year, AD was a menace in the playoffs last year. We didn't lose to Denver because of AD last year. We lost because we just wasn't good enough. And them boys, I don't know what it is. We played Denver. It's just they played out of their minds. But AD was ridiculous the whole series. He was the one player that showed up every game of the series. If he does that against OKC and they get a game, as a Mavs fan, you feeling decent going into the next season. Knowing you got Kyrie coming back, maybe front office makes another move. And I think that's the impression that AD, again, wants to give the city of Dallas and the fans, man. Let's try to get them to forget about Luka as soon as possible and focus on the talent that I am as a player because they did get something back. They got a great defender and a great offensive player and, honestly, a rejuvenated player that feels disrespected by just being traded out of the blue. The same way Luka felt disrespected and is now starting to find his stride and go crazy, you best believe AD feel the same way. And so, not mad at it at all. And as a Laker fan, I wish AD the best, bro. I hope he go out there and he ball out.
I said Houston, I'm tripping. They have no chance of playing Houston first round.
Oh, yeah, because they could get into the 10th seed. Yeah.
It would be OKC.
Yeah.
but even if they make a run, like the first round in the play-in, they play either us or the Mavs. Or the Suns. They win that game, and they play either the Clippers or the Timberwolves, and they win that game. I think right there it sends a message. Just getting in the playoffs sends a message. Yeah. And like you said, AD trying to win the fans over. I like that approach he took. He like doing it for like, yo, I get it, y'all. Like I get it. Luka's gone, I get it. But I'm here. I'm gonna give y'all my all. I'm not gonna lollygag. I'm not gonna give y'all 50%. I'm gonna give y'all 100%. He even went to the G League and got warmed up to come back to the NBA. So I commend him for that. So we'll see.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna see how it turn out. I think they got a decent chance of making it. And you brought up the matchups. I kind of want to look again, bro. Between now Sacramento, y'all have given AD problems, but Phoenix, the
Not this
Clippers, the Timberwolves, yeah, not this year, but previous years, y'all have been giving AD problems. But between like I said, the Wolves, the Suns, and the Clippers, AD didn't had his way with all of them teams.
Shout out to Rudy Gobert. He gonna get killed.
Man, bro, he didn't had his way. So it's like they got a shot. They got a shot to make it and for them to make some noise. And for that, I'm happy for him. But I never was on that train of the Mavs going on this crazy run just with Kyrie and AD. But I did think they had a chance to, be a sneaky team. You know what I mean? Be a sneaky team in the playoffs. And I think that's a nice matchup for the Thunder out of the first round. I wish Kyrie was healthy, but I just kind of how the cooking crumbles, man. Kind of how it crumbles.
Yeah. They trying to sell that. Rumor says they traded Luka. They raised the ticket prices. They're trying to get the Mavericks to move to Vegas. Those are rumors. New ownership. Those are rumors. Like you trade Luka and raise the prices. That makes no sense.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah.
Come on now. There's something fishy about that.
Yeah, that would make sense though. You connect the dots that way. They trying to get up out of there. That would make sense. It's a quick way to get up out of there.
They're trying to get out of there. Yeah, they you trade Luka, you get on the fans' bad side.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody screaming, "Sell the team! Sell the team!" You had caskets, funerals. That was hilarious. About the arena.
Man, did you see this? This a little on topic, but off topic. Did you see it was a reel going around? And this dude, he said this guy called him. I don't know if you saw this. I'll make it quick. He said this guy called him. He said, "Man, how you get over a loss? Like how you get over, what I'm saying, somebody leaving you, but they didn't really want to leave you." And he was like, "Man, I'm at work." He like, "No, I'm having a really hard time." He like, "All right, bro, guess so I'm gonna call you when I get off work. I'm gonna call you when I get off work, man. We're gonna talk about this." He said, "All day I'm at work. I'm thinking about how my boy going through this heartbreak. Like, man, his lady done left him, but she didn't really want to leave. So I was a little confused at what was really going on. So I'll call him after work." He said, I called him the next day. He like, "Man, I'm just checking on you, man. How you doing, man? I know it's hard." He like, "Man, I feel better now, man. I feel like, it's starting to come together a little bit better, man. We got AD." And he said, What did you talk about?" He's like, "Yeah, I was talking about Luka, bro." He like, "Bro, you called me." I think he called him at like night or something. I forget what time he called. He was like, "Bro, you called me at this odd time, talking about you dealing with heartbreak, and you talking about Luka?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm hurt." He like, "Man, get off my phone."
Man,
Get off my phone. Man. I know I butchered that story. You got to find the real on Instagram. It's
bro, I feel for them. I feel for the Mavs fans. Like, bro, if the Commanders would have randomly just trade Jaden Daniels, AJ. Like, think about that. Or imagine the Eagles just gave up Hurts. Like, just traded. Like, breaking news: Hurts been traded to the Cowboys. I'm like,
bro, I would lose my mind, bro. I would lose my mind, bro. That might be it for me, bro. I'm taking my championships and I'm going home. That's it. That's it. I'm
done, go live right now. I got something to say,
bro. I'll be hurt, bro. I'm dropping a reel. Hey, that's the first topic on Unfazed. We got to talk about this. I might be calling you like, "Joe, man, how you get over this, man? How you deal with this, man?" Like, cause man,
yeah, that'd be especially go to the Cowboys. That'd be so funny. Oh my
man, that'd be wild. Like, damn, y'all ain't want Dak no more. I would understand it. You know what I mean? I would get it. Like, okay, they want to win over there. You know what I mean? So I get it. Shout out to Tomo. And my pops was a Cowboys fan, and my older brother.